welcome to the European Ham Radio Show, people. We're one guy short today, but don't worry. We don't have anyone to be the German today, so I hope Tobias is in the chat, actually. Let's see. That did not go how I mentally planned it, so I need to get back on track. This is the Field Day special, and for us who do portable radio, every day is Field Day, so we should be well prepared for it. But we're going to talk about preparing for Field Day because next weekend is the Region 1 Field Day. So we're going to see how that works out for us. And I have no idea what people have planned for Field Day, but we'll figure that out. And I saw one of our viewers, Ham Radio Passion, he stated on Facebook this weekend that Field Day was like his birthday, 17th of May, which is Norway's National Day, and Christmas all at once for him. So hopefully we'll be able to, since he's coming to my club's Field Day, hopefully we'll be able to live up to those expectations. But the ham radio moment of the week. Let's start with you, Kjetil. What's your ham radio moment of the week?
Well, I've had a visitor over here. Charlotte was here all weekend, and she's apparently now taxiing around on Schiphol Airport down in the Netherlands, going home. So we went camping up in the hills nearby here, about just below the tree limit. That's the picture you see behind me here, and we had a really nice time. Had the 20-meter mast up all night, and we did quite a few QSOs both days, and some parks and so on. Just had a lot of fun and good food and drink, and the weather was still reasonably warm, so it was a nice like overnight POTA trip. So it was fun.
And I saw my ham alert went bonkers last night with you spotting, so hopefully you got the park activated.
Yes, that was on Friday, but still, yes, we got it activated. We did some yesterday as well, but no, we did not. So that was really nice, and it was really windy, like gusts up to 19 meters per second, so it was kind of, you could feel it up there, but still nice. And tried 40 and 60 as well, but 20 was the only decent band with a few DXs and so on.
You're now getting old enough that 19-meter gusts is considered very windy, because that's not what we've been hearing before from you.
Yeah, I know, but in a huge tent like this, you can stand in this. It's kind of, you feel it.
Okay.
In the other tent, it's not a big issue. But
is the tent to shelter for the wind, Kjetil?
Yes. Yeah. Anyways, in the morning, really fun. I heard a lot of VK and some ZL and so on, but they were mostly running Americans. So that was no hope getting through those pileups, at least not with a small vertical and some wires. So so that was pretty nice, and we also had another short activation today on the way to the airport. So one thing I would like to show, it's not necessarily my moment, but if that's acceptable, which is also new at this.
It's of course acceptable.
Absolutely acceptable. Great. So this is a new map. It's potamap.fr. I'll show the link later, and it's developed by a guy, Foxtrot for Juliet Victor Uniform, and it covers mostly France and Norway as of now. The cool thing with this is that you will find the areas for the parks. So you can click it, and it will highlight the area around it, so you can see if it overlaps or not. And so, for example, if I go over here, this one and this one will overlap, and you can go in here and see and plan your activation. And at least in Norway, this is there for most of our parks, the ones that are based on Naturbase. And that means that like everything but 50 of them, I think, have coverage. And the ones that don't have coverage, they are shown like this, with half of it in orange, like here. There's no boundary for that one. And you can go up here and, of course, switch between French and English. And well, that's about it. So it's a nice map. From what I understand, he's done everything on this with ChatGPT or like some other chatbot.
Nice.
Yeah, I have no idea how often it gets updated and supported and so on. So for those who are interested, I'll put the link out in chats. But at least for Norway and France, it's very nice. And this is functionality that would be very nice to have in the original or the official POTA thing. But of course, then you have to support like GeoJSON from every damn country, which wouldn't be simple. So,
Yeah, I just want to call out to William here. Of course, we missed you, William. Don't you worry about that.
every bullet so far.
And Ivar said that it'd be nice if it could display sodas as well.
Yes, you should ask Mr. whoever he is, and I think Foxtrot for Juliet Victor Uniform, Alex, who did this, and he got Norway in within like a few hours of messing around with data, which is kind of fun, just for somebody new into this, and really nice. I highly recommend testing it, and maybe ask him also if he wants to add your country.
Yeah, I can ask him straight away.
Well, it's already in.
Yeah, then it'd be easy for him.
Yep. So that's it's not a POTA moment of the week, but it is at least a fun thing that happened this week. Yep. So I think that's it.
Yeah, Jürgen, any ham radio moments of the week except calling me on hams over IP?
First of all, very good evening from Austria, everyone. Hi. Not that much. Some 3D printing ham radio related or radio related things I did. And yeah, by the way, Kjetil, thank you for this map. That's very good info.
Yep.
That's very similar than the POTA minus map.info, which covers Germany, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Luxembourg, Austria, what else? Czech Republic, Denmark, and also SOTA and BOTA. So
yeah, we use that map on Bornholm, which was really nice when you didn't know the area.
Yep. So good point there. That it's pretty much the same.
Yeah. It's good to have such maps because then you can see where the trails and the maps are overlapping. That's good job.
I spent quite a while on that POTA-info map looking at next year's POTA meetup destination to figure out where there were experts there.
Yeah, and I was playing around with Fusion 360, printing these desktop stands for these little guys, because we bought 10 of them in the office, and so I was playing around making these stands, and it just clicks in place. Come on, sorry, here we go. And yeah, then you can put it on your desk. So that's partly has to be is for my job. Then I played around designing and printing these cover plates here, these protection covers for this little guy here, because when there is no adapter for the antenna and for the power on it, then the contacts are open and accessible. So when you put it on the ground or it's falling down or whatever, you can damage the contact. So I designed and printed this little cover. That was
and we got a question if that's a Motorola in the chat.
No. That's a CP radio. Believe it or not, it's a PNI. But it's a nice little thing, and it was cheap, and I thought I need also a CP radio in my collection. And the biggest thing I got this week is this little boy here. That's for a future project. Guess what it will be.
A battery box with an extremely large battery?
Yeah, with a bunch of radios in it. Let's say a battery box with radios. Because I wanted to do something different, not using this 19-inch racks for a Go box, something more like, yeah.
I've tried that 19-inch rack route, and it gets heavy really, really fast.
Yeah.
But so would a plastic box be as well, because I don't have any limitations when I have a case like that on what I put into it.
Well, there's physics.
Yeah.
Yeah, but as long as it fits, it gets thrown in there. And
the question is, how many person do you need to lift it?
Yeah. But it'd be great for your next trip to Hamvention, though, because I've seen a lot of Americans use cases like that.
Yeah, I want to do it a little bit different, but let's see. That's more a project for winter time. Anyway, that was it.
Not a half bad ham radio week. Bob, any ham radio moments you want to share?
Yeah, I managed to do a little bit of ham radio. Let's see if I can. Yeah, I managed. That's an antenna you're familiar with. I seem to recall that you were disappointed when I came over and took it back. So
the slide winder.
Yeah,
it's the best coil-loaded vertical there is. It's just so easy to tune.
But I think you used it with the 5-meter whip, didn't you?
No, I used it with a military whip.
You did? I found that sort of limiting, but when I was out, the conditions were pretty horrid, so that might be the reason. But yeah, I managed the activation, and I have to say that it is easy to tune. I brought the banana-colored rig expert thingy to measure it, and yeah, that was really quick. Turns out my radial set, I thought I had a small one, but I didn't. It has let's see, 8 5-meter radials.
That's the way to go, though.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, so I managed the activation. That took a while, but I did that with the FTX1 on USB power. So yeah, that seems to be working pretty nicely. I have a video about that not a lot of people have seen, but hopefully it's going to occur to more people than me that having that huge dumbass battery on the back of the FTX1 is just a bad idea when you can get twice the power with a power bank that weighs less than half of that battery.
Yeah, I am sure as long as more people discover and buy that radio, it'll probably be more watched. That's one of those videos that don't start out well, but turns out to just be a solid performer over years.
Yeah, I made pretty much the same video on the 705, and I think that's got some 2,000 views or something, and that's completely linear from I released it almost a year ago until this day. So it's people discover that when they look for alternative ways of powering the radio. So
yeah,
that's pretty cool. And other than that, I have no graphics for this, but I've been testing antennas for handheld radios. Yeah, that's the thing for portable radio. Of course, 12 radials are better than 4, but for portable radios, 4 is plenty enough.
No, it's not. When you're in a granite quarry, 4 radials are not enough. I know that from personal experience.
Well, maybe every place I've been, I'm pretty sure. For the 10-meter vertical that I used with the LC match, I just had 3, and they were 2.5 meters long. So depends on the antenna, depends on a lot of things, I think. But yeah, radial can be annoying when half the time you spend rigging the antenna is laying out radials, and that's just that's not right for portable operations, I think. At least not quick portable operations like Parks on the Air or Summits on the Air. Maybe for field day. But yeah, I've been out testing antennas, alternative antennas for HTs, and that was enlightening, to say the least. I got some original antennas or genuine antennas, and I got some Chinese copies from AliExpress, and there will be a video about that, but there's a huge difference. You can't tell by looking at these antennas, but there's a huge difference between the ones that work and the ones that doesn't. I think the worst antenna I tested, it was down 10 dBs compared to the stock antenna on the Vero radio, and the best one was up 15. So that's a huge span of 25 dB from the worst to the best performing antenna on HTs. So yeah, I'll be looking into that some more, because I found that really interesting and quite surprising, actually, that the differences are this huge. But apparently they are.
Was that between like the same model per se of the copy and the original, or
No.
just... Okay.
That there was a Nagoya fake that was down minus 10 dBs compared to the stock, and the genuine 770, I think, the telescopic whip from Diamond, that was up 15 from the stock. So
So these aren't any good?
are these the 771s?
Yes, it says Nagoya on them. I don't think they are real Nagoya from actually.
Probably not. If they're the ones like the ones I have, then they will. There was about 1.5 dB down from the stock antenna on the. So putting that thing on, it's 3 times as long. It's always in a way. It's going to poke you in the eye, and you actually lose about a third of your signal. So not worth it. Not worth it at all.
Okay, I need to figure out what to do with these antennas.
I have some ideas.
Well, they're in a drawer, so it's not like they're very much used anyway.
No, and of course, this is not statistically irrelevant, the test that I did, but it shows that you may want to make sure that just because you get a longer, nicer antenna, it does not at all mean it's going to work better. So it's good to verify these things. And in fact, I got a fake 770 as well, and it didn't work as well as the original, but it was still up some 12 dBs compared to the stock antenna. So that made a huge difference. That actually made things a lot better. Not as good as the original, but quite acceptable. So you can get away and have a useful use of some of the fakes as well. But I think the thing is, you should test it. You shouldn't just buy this antenna and thinking, oh, nice long antenna, I'm going to be able to reach so many fars, because you're not. Yeah, that's pretty much my week, and there is a video coming. Hopefully, I spent way too much time editing that video, and we'll see. So probably we have the theory here on the channel that the amount of views you get on a video is inversely proportional to the amount of time you spend creating that video. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm expecting about 5 views on this one when I'm releasing it next Friday.
It does seem like something that's actually useful, though.
I think it's useful, absolutely, and I had great fun making it. So I'm going to make some more. I don't really do this for the views, because this was a learning experience for me, and I'm going to release it. I'm going to do it again. So great fun, I think.
I remember one of the first QSOs Morten and I had was me on Gaustatoppen, Norway's 6th highest mountain, or one of Norway's highest mountains, and we did, was it 150 kilometers or so with 5 watts?
Yep.
Fun.
That's I think there was a QSO for the Lima Alpha 1 SOTA expedition. I think someone had a QSO that was either 120 or 210. I can't remember. Which was summit to summit on HTs. So I know for a fact that at least one of these antennas was the genuine 770. So
nice.
Yep, that's pretty much my week. How about you, Morten? You've been making coffee.
I've been making coffee. I'm not going to start with that, though. I'm going to start. This is actually the place I made coffee, but this is from today, because I noticed that I had a piece missing from my kit. I set up with a Ribikoff. Figured that'd be a nice idea. And Ribikoffs are a bit picky on 15 meters. Couldn't get a tune on 15 until a dog came and ruffled up all my radials. Then I got a perfect tune on 15 straight away. So my kit is certainly missing a dog. Besides that, a really just an average activation, but a really nice place.
But did you have
Go ahead, Kjetil.
Yeah, did you have cat control when you had the dog there, or?
No, I did not have cat control. And this is from our Discord, just to plug that a little bit as well. So if you want to read about this, you can check out our Discord. But yes, as a lot of people haven't noticed, obviously, from the viewers on YouTube, I've been making coffee this week. I tried to make a little bit of portable radio adjacent video with a propane fueled French press, a jet boil clone, and I had great fun doing a poda and making fresh coffee. I had great fun making the video. The kit itself is a little bit too large for any amount of hiking, but it made good coffee, so I'm happy with that. The other thing I've been doing this week that people haven't been watching my video on, actually less than making coffee, is making a PTT handle, which doesn't look good due to the green screen and stuff here, but designed and made a PTT handle for my Flex radio. But this design is useful for any radio. Just figured I needed that for running the Flex remotely because there's no way to actually map a key to be the PTT button on the keyboard. So you need a serial connection and a physical button in order to have a physical PTT button, which is strange. Almost as strange as not having a voice keyer in a really high-priced contest grade setup, but that's another thing Flex probably should look at. But at least I got the nice analog S meter, so I'm happy about that. I'm so happy that they prioritized that instead of a voice keyer. Having a Flex makes you feel like a beta tester at some point.
Yeah. To be fair, having an EAC also makes you feel like a beta tester from time to time, but it's worth it. I'm sure it's having a Flex is worth it as well.
Or the same with a Zygu radio.
Yeah. Yeah, you're absolutely a beta tester with the Zygu radio. Speaking about that, my 106 is actually running beta firmware. So,
whose Zygu is not?
Well, I got the beta firmware from a viewer on email because he gotten it from Zygu, and Zygu wanted people to test it, but not wanting it to be public.
So proper beta software.
Yeah. Then I made a video on it, and when you look at that, Zygu released the version the day after I dropped my video.
Yeah. You should like that PTT button. If you, for example, film that in an airport, it will get a lot more views.
I would guess so. And then final thing I've been doing this week is playing around with hams over IP because as many of people, or at least some, have noticed, Hamshack Hotline have shut down. So hams over IP, which I actually think has been around for a while, has kind of taken over for that. And since I have that Cisco phone here, I needed to set that up. And yeah, easy to set up, easy to get running. I can use both a soft phone and a hard phone, and it works. 2 minutes after I posted my number, Jürgen called me, so I know it works.
Yeah, that's an advantage over hams over IP over Hamshack Hotline, because on Hamshack Hotline, if you wanted to have a second line for your phone, then you had to apply for it. But with hams over IP, you just set it up and it's working. Yeah.
But this is standard SIP signaling.
Yeah.
So basically, if you want another line on an extension, you just install asterisks and create your own PBX. I remember for the longest time, I had my cell phone routed to through a voice over IP number and going back out to other places. That was huge fun. I had all sorts of fun with people guiding people through AVRs, automatic voice response prompts before they got to talk to me. That was great fun.
Yeah, and I see that there are more coffee nerds in the chat, though. Charlotte has an AeroPress for work and a Mocha Master at home. I also have an AeroPress that is collecting dust. It makes great coffee, but it's too much work for a cup of coffee. And scales and a grinder for traveling, that's good. But the question is, do you use a temperature gauge and or a thermometer and a scale when making your coffee? That's the only way to know that you're a proper coffee nerd.
And I'd also like to add, do you travel with that tiny scale across international borders? Because that could be problematic.
Next time you're making an advertisement like that, you have to say, what else?
Yeah.
So maybe you are the next Nespresso guy.
Yeah.
Well, she did show up here with a coffee grinder and some powder and a scale the first time she was here. Now a lot of that is stored here, though.
Here
Yeah.
till you're
Yeah,
frozen.
You're
Your
frozen
picture is
with-
frozen.
Yes,
With the
I
ground-
have had issues. I will come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the ground up coffee, I don't know if that makes it more legitimate or less legitimate, knowing that that's something a lot of people use to conceal the smell of something when they ship it. So I wouldn't think that having ground up coffee with that tiny scale would actually help your at the Border. Just saying.
Welcome to the European Ham Radio Show, people.
Yeah, I've had an issue lately that the camera freezes roughly midstream. So it's kind of annoying.
But we're not even done with the Ham Radio Moment of the Week segment, so it's not midstream yet. I guess that's actually my Ham Radio Moment of the Week. And then I've been, thinking about planning field day, which is kind of a segue into our topic today.
Oh,
Nice.
And I got some news from you, Bob. You're not doing field day this year.
No, so I have other things I need to attend to. So this is I have a son. He's 14. He's 14 and a half, I guess it would say. And I think a lot of people think it's a major inconvenience to have children. I think I can count maybe 2 times where it's been inconvenient to have my boy, and that's actually field day this year is one of these 2 times. So, but I'll live through it. I do enough portable radio operations to manage without field day this year. And the good thing is I can lend you the QRP batteries, so you can.
Oh, absolutely! You saved the day, since our EV batteries that we use. We actually had a guy at an EV factory make batteries for us last year, with instructions that those batteries had no BMS, so we weren't to charge them, but they had enough juice to last all the way through the weekend.
Yeah, you're getting with these 2 QRP batteries, you have about 5 kilowatt hours, so that should probably last for a weekend.
Yeah,
I
I think we are close to 1 kiloamp hours in batteries for the weekend now.
A kilowatt hour.
No, kiloampere hours. 1,000 ampere hours total in battery capacity.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Yep. Among all the batteries. But then again, we have 6 or 7 stations we're going to run. Let's see, it's 630 meters. Sorry, no, we're not doing 630 meters, but we're doing 160, we're doing 80, 60, 40. That's 5, 20, 15, 10. So that's 8 HF bands plus 6 meter, 2 meter, 70 centimeter, QO100, and low orbit satellites. We do not believe in less is more in our field day setup.
Who's bringing the QO100 rig?
That's Jonas from Sweden, SA6JOF. He's bringing QO100. He brought this rig last year, but there was some technical difficulties, so we did make a single QO100 QSO.
Because that's got insane multipliers, I think, doesn't it?
No, there are no multipliers, but I think it's 500 points per QSO. So if bands are bad, those points are really worth something. If bands are like they were last year, those don't even add up to the total score. But it's about having fun as well.
Yep, true.
So we do play hardball on field day. We even have a ham that doesn't play radio, but he makes food for us.
Yeah.
So the operators don't have to think about getting fed, but we have a cook.
Yeah.
Do you have one
too,
to do the dishes as well, or only cooking?
We do dishes like we did on Bornholm.
All right, you burn them.
Yeah, we have paper dishes.
Good plan. Good plan.
Good.
So I think we're pretty much prepared. I need probably to look through my beer stash, and I think that's the only. And I need a 60-meter antenna because we kind of thought about 60 meters a little bit too late.
Yep. No, that sounds like fun, and what looks like a very good location you had as well with the scout cabin, right?
Yeah, we have a scout cabin, which I think this is the 3rd year in a row we've been using that, and we kind of been perfecting the setup with antennas, and we know where the coax goes, where the antenna goes, where the stations are. So we don't have to think about any of those things when we get there. We kind of have a plan on how to do it.
Yep.
And we have, of course, monoband antennas for all bands. We thought about having a beam this year, but we skipped it.
Yeah, but you mentioned bands. What about modes? I guess you're doing SSB, of course, and what others?
Yep.
Like Marion mentions here.
Yeah, we're doing sideband, of course, sideband. We have a couple of really passionate CW operators, and then we're doing digital. So we're maxing our multipliers, and the goal is to have at least one of each on every band, and at least as many countries as possible on every band to maximize our multipliers on it.
Yeah, it is kind of a weird contest-wise, because you're only sending in logs from your end. There's no there's no way to verify this.
No, there's not. And the thing is, though, as far as I've understood, at least for Norway and I guess for other countries as well, Region 1 Field Day is not one event.
Nope.
It's just several events on the same weekend with sort of similar rules.
Mm-hmm.
We are participating in the phone field day, Region 1 SSB field day.
Yep. So, and what are your plans, Jürgen? What kind of setup are you running for that?
If we are running the same setup at last year, that will be, I guess, an 101 MP and some kind of kilowatt amplifier, solid state amp, and some wire antennas, because our hex beam, the hex beam is ready, but the mast is not ready. We are still working on that. My buddy Mike is very lazy. He has this boat trailer with now a 20-meter mast on it. The old mast collapsed some years ago. I guess I showed you the pictures.
You did.
With the broken mast, and yeah, Mike is very lazy, and I have to kick his ass to to get this trailer ready again. And maybe next year we will use the hex beam again. So just a couple of masts and wire antennas, multiband dipoles, monoband dipoles, and we are also at the same location every year, which is on top of a hill overlooking the whole area. And that's the main station, and everyone can bring his own station, whether it is a QO100 or whatever, and having fun there. And we have a cook as well. He's a professional cook at the Austrian military, so he knows what to do.
So field rations for everyone then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I done a short stint in the Norwegian military, and saying that the military cooks know what they're doing. I don't know. I think if no one died from food poisoning, that was the criterion for the yearly bonus. So yeah, but you may have better food in the Austrian army than
and I think it's gotten better since we were at the military age, Bob.
It couldn't have gotten worse.
So I have a friend of mine. He was a real educated chef when he joined the military, who was conscripted. He wanted to work in the kitchen. He became a driver.
Yep.
Yeah. But it is a very good point, though, that this field day is more than just radio.
Oh,
field
absolutely.
Day is also accommodation. It is how you set up. It's planning, training. It is food, and it is also reaching out to the public. And I guess that's one of the negatives where you are, Martin. You are not visible.
Oh, we are, because it's a popular hiking trail going straight past us. So if weather is fine, we have at least 200 people going by during the field day event. So that is helpful.
Because
I just want to address, Lee had a question here. How do you manage to operate with more radios than bands? I can only speak for ourselves. We use one station per band, and then we rotate operators among those stations. So we set one station up per band and have filters for that. And I think there is, at least in Norwegian rules, there's a rule saying that you cannot have more than one station on a band and a mode at the same time. So you can have a digimode station and a sideband station, but you cannot have two sideband stations and such on. So we usually we start out on sideband, and then when we get bored and tired, we go over to digimodes.
The criminal me has to ask if the rule is only one radio per band per mode. Does that mean you can run 40 meters upper sideband and 40 meters lower sideband? And that's okay?
Yeah, but then you're not following the band plans. But it's also one transmitting at the same time. So in theory, you could have 5 people just doing search and pounce, and just so you make sure one person is transmitting at the same time.
Yeah.
But you would have then problems with filtering and so on.
Exactly. So and that's the charm of field day, because something is bound to go wrong at some point.
Oh yes, this happens.
Are you doing field day this year, Kjetil?
No, sadly, the club I was hoping to go with, they are going to take part in something called the Preparedness Day instead. National Preparedness, or Beredskapsday is the Norwegian name for it, which is the week after, and they didn't have resources to be on both of these, so they selected that over field day. Otherwise, it would have been very nice, and the spots they picked up would also be within a Parts on the Air location, which is really nice. So, but I am going over to the cabin, and since I'm then operating like off-grid and from a non-standard location, in theory, I'm at could be a field day station if I bother.
You could be a field day station at the cabin.
Yep. So
I think the only rule is you can't be connected to grid power.
Yep. So I will probably be hunting some people. So there's a risk you'll hear me in there.
Yeah. Either me or someone else.
Yeah.
Let's see who the poor sucker stuck with the 160 meter station is.
Yeah. But it is fun, and there's there's new stations on and whatever. So it's fun to hear a lot of Norwegian stations hunting as well.
And it's also the All Asian contest that weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is fun, because the exchange on the All Asian stage contest is how old you are. And I always manage to annoy that one station from Cyprus when I give him. I usually wait until our serial numbers are sufficiently high enough. So usually in the 200, 300, 400s. And I give him his serial number, and he says, "Are you really 438 years old?"
Yeah.
I do that every year.
Poor guy. One year he will recognize you. But it is something like, for us, most of us operate portable all the year. But for many hams, this is the exception. This is the one day a year or weekend a year they go out in the field and do stuff. So it is cool that other people go out and do this as well.
Yeah,
So,
I see that you are sharing a screen here, Jürgen.
Yeah, I wanted to show you our field day location.
It is actually a field.
Yeah, it is a field, and it's a field day. Yeah, and we can use these stripes left and right of this tiny little street. There's a farm in the background. He's the owner of this property here, and we're allowed to use it. And so that's the place.
Before you remove that, Jürgen, I have to say for our next meetup, this is the sort of scenery you can expect in Black Forest.
Yeah,
fantastic place for radio. So I'm getting good feelings just looking at this. Yeah.
There's a special place in Black Forest on a hilltop where CB radio operators meet, because there is a parking lot, and I think there's some kind of skiing area, and this is a great place for radio, for playing radio.
Nice.
And
Yep.
Charlotte wants to know if the farmer's a ham too.
No, we're trying hard, but he said no time.
Does he down there? Can you let him try? Here in Norway, we can during field days. One of the times where you can let whoever you want try the radio.
There are some days where everybody can speak on the radio for trying it, but not during field day. But yeah, I mean, if nobody tells, then
Yep.
there's no charge. So yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, but because here 1 year we were in the parking lot of a shopping mall, and of course field day here is Saturday to Sunday, so that generated quite a lot of interest. The issue was teenagers used that for burnouts during the night until Sunday and stuff like that, and then we weird people sat there with radios and so on. So that was fun. But it's gonna be fun, and well, it's a good introduction to working out portable for people. Although very many rig up really heavy equipment like Morten and Co. It's not.
Well, I am not bringing the Flex this year because that turned out. Let's put it this way: a radio which relies on a network connection is a really good idea until someone keys the 10-meter ban.
What, you didn't have bandpass filters on the Ethernet cables?
Not on the internet cables, no. And let's put it that way: we didn't lay the cables with any thought of any issues when we lay them out. And so every time the 10-meter station keyed, I lost about 15 milliseconds of audio, which is enough to really mess with your head.
You should have bought shielded cables.
Yeah, I don't think necessarily the cables. It could have been my really cheap switch that we used, but that was able to run off of USB power. So that's why we brought that. That might have been the issue as well.
Yeah, that sounds fun. And that's the kind of thing you get when you're rigging up, when you don't test the equipment before you.
Yeah, but you're not allowed to test it though. The rules state that you cannot start setting up. I think it's until 6 hours before the contest starts.
At that location, you can set it up at the club station and test everything there. Which, of course, nobody bothers to because it's a lot of work.
Yep. But we're pretty much safe. I'm going to bring the 706, but I'm sure we have enough radios nonetheless, though, to cover everything. And the clue is to get everything set up with N1MM and Digimodes and everything talking together and working within the time span. The antennas is not the trouble here. The IT part of it can be problematic.
Yeah.
Don't talk about
it. So for example, at LA Fort Charlie, it's one station, and sometimes they run two, but most of it's only one station running field day and running a kilowatt, and well, it works. And of course, you have N1MM setup, which is pretty quick to get up and running. But you have to train people in using it properly.
Yeah. The thing is, though, we are not in the high power class, and that's because the logistics of running a kilowatt on that many bands would just be impossible. And just having a kilowatt on one band would then hurt our score because then we're competing against stations that have that setup.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I have two questions now, because you actually run kilowatt portable. Does that entail generators, or do you have really huge batteries? Or no, I'm talking to Kjetil for the Lima for one Charlie field day.
Last year it was generators, yes, or just the MCOM's wagon, which has a lot of batteries in it already. So you get more people if you run kilowatt than if you run QRP.
Yeah,
Well,
of course. That's
low
But,
power is
also
classified
good.
as up to 100 watts, though.
Yeah, but this, of course, means that you have to be somewhere, or should be somewhere you can drive relatively close by to. And not sure about with you, Martin. Can you drive all the way, or do
Oh,
you have to carry?
absolutely. There is a gate there, but of course, two of our members are scouts and have the phone number to open the gate remotely. So yes, we can drive all the way there.
Yeah.
There's no way that we can bring that much equipment and set it up without being able to drive all the way there.
Maybe I should just take a short trip over.
Oh, you're absolutely welcome. We even have bunk beds for more people than are coming.
Yeah, well, that could be fun, and it is also a good time to like just if your own group doesn't do field day, you get invited. So, for example, I was invited to do field day with some American groups from over on the Polo Discord earlier this year, the same time as Maid Girl was running. So they wanted me to fly over and do that, and really helpful, friendly people. Of course, I didn't do that for various reasons, but it would have been really fun.
And it's a good way of meeting people.
Yes.
And we've kept field day open for everyone that want to join for several years now, and people are even coming from Sweden to join our field day.
Yeah, and
You
then
know,
you see.
If you're going, Kjetil, maybe if I finish with the things that I have to do, maybe I'll even consider popping over for a few hours on Saturday evening. That would be really fun to see that setup.
Just
will,
let us know a couple hours in advance, or at least a couple of days in advance, because there is dinner involved here.
Well, I would bring my own food, but that's a discussion for us. But
Yeah,
it would be really cool, and if not, find some other group that does it. I'm sure. I'm not sure if the Norwegian groups will list it in advance. Some of them do, but in other countries you have to sign up, I think, for field day.
Yeah, I think it wasn't that Tobias that told us last year? You have to
in
sign up
Germany,
In
yeah.
Germany,
3.5
there's a
years
lot
in
of
advance.
bureaucracy around it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They wanted that, so you actually then would have to sign up. But then again, that's the rules for a specific country.
But the thing is, and the short version here is, or you don't really need a short version if you watch this far. But field day is fun. You should do it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it will help you like bond with the other weird people that don't do portable radio.
And if it's in a park, if the location is in the park or within a park, then you will have more fun.
Yes.
I mean, how often can you do parks on the air with a kilowatt?
Yeah, I sadly don't
example.
have a kilowatt amp.
Yeah.
Now, I would really like to try an amp on POTA once, but there hasn't been a possibility to do that yet. But I'd really like to do that just for the fun of it and see how much difference that makes.
Who is Lima Alpha 8 Golf, and where is Field Threat?
Field Threat is a bit. It's near.
It's on the wrong side of the fjord.
It's south of Drøbak.
Hurum.
So it's on the left side?
It's
Yes.
on the depending on which way you look at it, it's on the left side of the fjord. Yes.
You
Yeah,
always
so
look
it's in
north when you do right and left on the map. Everyone knows that, Morten.
You look up, don't you?
You look up towards the north, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's on the left side?
Yeah, on the left side. Or as Espen says, it's on the right side, actually.
Oh,
No, fun.
but
Or
yeah.
Field Threat could also be other places because it was Lima Alpha 8 Golf, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
who is Lima Alpha 8 Golf?
they are listed in Trondheim,
No.
Oh.
which seems really wrong. Never mind.
Yeah.
That's a discussion for another day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have the authoritative expert in the chat here. So Espen, what's Lima Alpha 8 Golf?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And he already stated that Field Threat is on the right side of the fjord in all meanings of the word.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. So that's fun. So next week we'll summarize all the everything and see who won,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, we won't see who won because this is a ham radio contest. Results won't be in for at least 4 months, I think.
Well, that's
And by that
quick.
by that time, everyone's forgotten about
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, sounds fun.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's probably not the answer to what is the Lima Alpha 8 Golf, but
No.
yeah, north of
Close
Tønsberg.
enough.
Yep.
So, and what call sign are you running as there, again, on field day?
Yeah, as I posted in the chat, I
Yep.
guess it will be Oscar Echo 4 Charlie. Maybe Bravo or Charlie, I'm not sure. Bravo belongs to the local radio club and Charlie to the military radio club. But we're doing this field day together, so I guess it will be Charlie as every year. Oscar Echo 4 Charlie.
And I see that Lima Alpha 2 Golf will operate from a scout cabin as well, next to Apoda.
Next to Apota. Is that the Sandtjärn Apota?
I would guess so.
Yeah.
We will be operating as Lima Alpha 9 Hotel, stroke portable. And I really need to get that into my a natural speech pattern by next weekend.
Yeah, because isn't that...
I do what I do. Get a huge piece of paper, type it in large and tape it on the radio, and just stare at it when you call CQ. It's the only thing that works for me.
But wouldn't no, it completely disappeared here from my mind. Are you required to run /portable?
Yes, you are required to run /portable on telephony and on CW, but not on Digimodes.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I find it interesting that there's a rule about a Norwegian fielder that you didn't know, because I actually knew this.
Yeah, I just find it so weird when they suddenly find out like you have to do /portable for something. Same as some of the portable contests. So.
But the thing is, though, you get extra points for portable stations, and I guess those stations have to have portable in them. So
yeah.
So that's really good. And I had something else about Norwegian field I was going to say, but I forgot.
Yeah, sounds good.
We're not old men at all. We are
no.
It's not been a really long weekend.
Yeah.
So, and you're sharing something here, Kjetil.
Yeah, this is not related to. Oops, damn it! I lost my headset. This is not related to my field day at all.
You are aware that due to that little outburst, I now have to tag this for not clean language.
That's not my problem. That is not by Norwegian standards, so sorry about that.
Is there a tag for that on YouTube videos?
At least on the podcast there is.
Yeah, let's discuss that afterwards.
Yeah, that is not. Yeah.
Yeah. So that we speak the language we speak, and we speak freely and openly. So if somebody wants to censor that, then that's their problem. Anyways, back to the point here, a bit early from what we discussed, but yeah. Anyways, on the RCB convention on the Saturday, 11th of October, I will be speaking about a interesting topic here. If I've managed to find myself,
I've found you already.
Yeah, I found you already.
Where is that? Yes, Elmering in an online world, and basically this will be a speech about or talk about Elmering and how online communities such as TEHRS go into that, and also how you still actually need some normal or physical contact as well to help out, and how do we have to adapt, or should we adopt for the societies and so on to adopt to this change, and how do we adapt to everybody that now joins, or at least younger ones, they will be used to going online first for help. And different things like that. So it will be an interesting talk, I hope. And this will also be streamed live, I think, from the RCB for those who are interested. So more information about that when that time comes.
Oh, that is awesome.
One of you at a time, please.
I was just saying this is awesome, Kjetil. And this is, well, what we turned our presentation in Norwegian ham meeting into as well. So happy to see that it lives on and reaches a far wider audience.
There will be some synergies to those who saw it in Oslo, but it will not be exactly the same. There will be less focus on TEHRS and stuff. It will more be on general concepts and thereabouts.
Yep. And
when was this?
I hope.
The date?
This is 11th of October. And if we then go to the Sunday of 12th of October, there is going to be a panel discussion where, for example, Charlotte will be speaking or taking part and talking about women in amateur radio. So, yeah, 2 TEHRS people will be there and will be active and talking.
Oh, we are making waves in the ham radio world. Is Walt coming?
Walt is not coming. Walt will do this online. I checked with him. So I saw that and like, ooh, Walt is there. But no, sadly, he will do this as an online presentation. And there are also a lot of other things. So for those interested, this is then rgb.org/convention is the webpage. I'll just paste a link in here. I'm sure they will drop it. They have a YouTube channel where they will publish a lot of things, and both live streams and later streams. Not sure if the live streams will be open for everybody, but for at least the recordings will be.
I'm probably gonna be on my way to a soda actually while you're having your presentation, but
I'll
make sure I'll see it at a later point.
The regular one?
No.
Which one?
I need to check that out. So you guys talk, and I'll do some Googling.
Yeah, Steve says that the live stream is usually free. So that is nice. And there are some other very interesting topics. So
I'd really wish I could go, but I've spent my ham radio travel budget.
It is like it's flying to London and taking a train and getting stuck somewhere. But at least there's a direct flight there. And I see Bonnet Didouche in the chat here. He mentions that the Irish Hamfest is next weekend at Mullingar Showground. So that could also be very fun for those who randomly find themselves in Ireland next weekend. That looks fun.
There are a lot worse places to randomly find yourself than Ireland, I can tell you. So
yes,
I would think so. And Bob, this is the summit I'm going to.
Bravo Uniform 031.
That looks like a heavy hike.
You can drive partly a lot of the way up there, according to the guy that has the cabin, which we actually made a plan. A couple of old friends to go there to drink beer, but we apparently have to scale a summit as well.
Yeah. Well,
I don't see your call sign here, Bob.
No. Where is this? Can you do the map and zoom out a bit?
I'll zoom out a bit. It's Norefjell.
One more, zoom out. Eggdal, all right. It's.
You have Noresund here, Eggdal here.
When are you going up?
That weekend with the RSGB convention.
Huh.
Interesting. Well, maybe we could get QSO. One thing we will be stopping by probably is Bletchley Park, which is right next to the convention center. They also have a huge radio station. That's where Charlotte did her first QSOs, I think. And also it's a historic place. So that's going to be fun. So there may be a travel video coming up if I'm lazy enough to make it, or not lazy enough to make it.
Yeah, that's a nice place.
Actually, I think I've been hunted on Parks on the Air from Bletchley Park many times. As some of the operators there, they're avid Parks on the Air hunters.
Yep, nice.
Yep.
So so that's going to be fun, and always fun to talk at conferences, and it is a good way of sharing into the community as well. And there's a lot of people putting a lot of time into this, so I'm sure this will be good.
I am really happy to see you there, and I'm happy to see that our philosophy on our Discord and on TEHRS actually is making some waves out there.
I'm hoping it will, and it's going to be there's a lot of learning here, and there's a lot of things changing from like the from 10 20 years back in days when Elm Ring was basically there's an old guy here teaching a young guy about this, to now like everything, or so many people being online, but some people still being doing face to face and so on.
Yeah, and I see that Charlotte says she mostly missed a big announcement, and you are aware, Charlotte, that this opens up for a whole different level of jokes here.
Yes, that is why I said it like that in the back room as well, Morten. That I have an announcement to make.
I was actually thinking there was something else, but good luck on the RSGB convention.
There's just a bit of trolling. I did leave a cliffhanger a few weeks back as well, if you remember.
Yeah, you did, and I was sure that it wasn't that you were speaking on the RSGB convention.
No, we are serious, Morten.
Yeah. We're at the hour mark now. And I got the last episode of a Welsh crime show that I gotta see, where everyone speaks like Golf 5 Tango Mike. Tim is not here, but everyone speaks with a slightly Welsh accent there and sounds like Tim.
So they could be speaking Welsh, so it could have been a lot worse, I think. But
they could be. But actually, Steve explained this to us this summer on Bornholm, that not everyone in Wales speak Welsh.
They don't. Yeah, that's interesting.
So on that note, we'll see you next week with Field Day After Action Report. And I actually remember what I was going to say. Norwegian Field Day rules have YouTube points now.
Oh, that's
did this happen after you got elected to the board of the?
No, it did not. But I have been nagging about YouTube points because they have points for being on a local TV station, and there are no local TV stations left in Norway. So I kind of suggested that maybe YouTube is the local TV station now. But you get bonus points per like. So when my video drops sometime next Sunday or something, and it's likes the first week after Field Day. So when my video or live stream drops, please give it a lot of likes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And nice. on that note, 7-3, guys. See you later.
7-3.
Bye.
Bye.